But did I mention I'm like really excited for this? So just drop a hello. Tell me where you're watching from. I have to tell you that I have been thinking about this course for like probably a good 2 months. And sometimes if I get nudged intuitively and the universe doesn't like I don't follow through, the universe will just keep like hitting me with this message over and over again until I just do it. So I know that everything I am going to give y'all tonight is so deeply divinely inspired, and I'm just ecstatic about it. So, again, if you're rolling in, make sure you grab a pen and paper. I feel like there's some good, like, little nuggets that you're gonna wanna write down. So, I was thinking, like, in college when you do power hour, maybe nobody's ever done that because they're not that stupid, but in college, you do something called power hour and you take a shot and then you get very intoxicated. And we're not going to do that. So I'm sorry to disappoint anybody who thought we were here to do Power Hour. But I was thinking, how do we fill y'all up in an hour? How do we get all of this good content, all of the facets of the things that make you feel powerful in one shot? Like, how do we just kind of hammer this out so by the end of this hour, you are feeling 150%. You are feeling like your best self. You are feeling energized and ready to take on the rest of 2020. So that's my goal for you guys. My intention is always that you leave with whatever you came for, with whatever. And maybe if you guys want to set some intentions in the comments, I'll try to scroll through. I apologize if I miss anything. This is like a new live system, so it's new to me. But yeah, I want you guys to set some intentions for yourself. What do you want to get out of this? What is important to you? Your intentions will drive what you receive. And I'll talk more about intentions later and why they're important. But I just want you to be thinking my intention again is always that you get whatever you came for, whatever's in your best and highest good, whatever's going to make you feel good, empowered, and back in love with yourself and your life, because that's always the goal. Okay, so if you don't know me, I know there's a lot of new people to the group. I'm Nicole Eaton. My history is actually in mental health counseling. I am a licensed master's level mental health counselor, and I started to connect with my intuition during counseling. During everyday counseling, I started to know things about people that they didn't tell me, and it was starting to get kind of weird that I would know things about them without them telling me. So my intuition kicked up to a whole nother level, and I opened Clarity with Christy Forsyth in Elmira, New York. So part of that journey was connecting with my intuition and connecting other people with their intuition. So it wasn't as much about honoring just thoughts anymore and about the past. It was about focusing on the future and honoring energy as a secondary component of how thoughts work. So we're going to go through today. We are going to dive deep into how your thoughts work, how your energy works, as much as we can in an hour. Now, I will tell you that I got so freaking excited making this course. So damn excited because I'm like, okay, well, we need this, and they need to know about this, and they need to understand how energy works, and they need how to understand how to control energy, and they need to understand intuition and intention and affirmations, but they also need to get over their past and into their future, get over their past and into the present moment. So y'all, I made a course. I made a course called the Comeback Course that will be a 6-week series. And when I'm telling you it's going to change your damn life, I promise you it's going to change your damn life. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that, but I'm going to cover as much as I can in this hour. But yeah, just stick around because I will explain what I'm getting into after this. So let's get started. I just want to read a couple intentions. My intention is to learn additional ways to claim, grow, and retain my power. Oh, I love that. My intention is that I'm fully open to receiving all that is for my best benefit and highest good. Ooh, these are good. You guys are good with intentions already. The universe was pushing me to help you reclaim your power. That is something that I've been working on throughout the year, to reclaim my emotional power, my mental power, power in my relationships, power in my business. I'm here to help you learn all the things that I just kind of awakened within myself. So I'm excited for that. So I want you to take a moment, grab a pen and paper, and I want you to write down, I am, with your first name, fucking last name. I am Nicole fucking Eaton. I am Christy fucking Sager. I am April, your name is way too long for me to attempt at this point in time, but I want you to just write I am. I am is the direct connection to the universe. I am is the direct connection to God, the universe, Allah, whatever it is you believe in, to a higher power. So your connection is your name. And actually, it's funny because when I'm doing readings for people, I really only need their first name to tell you just about everything about them, because I am is within the name. So I am first name. If you don't like swearing, that's cool. We don't have to do it. Effing last name. This is about you re-identifying. This is about you recommitting to yourself. This is about you owning who you are and remembering who you are, because you're an extension of the universe. When the soul leaves the body after it's passed, the only thing different, there's no weight difference, it's just a soul difference. So if you can understand that no matter what you believe, there's energy that enters and energy that goes, then we know the energy that enters is the energy we have to work with while we're here. And we can do what we wish with it. And right now, with the craziest year of my life, I don't know if it's been the craziest year. I wouldn't say it's been the worst year of my life, but I would say it's been the craziest. I've just watched things happen and play out in ways that I've just never experienced personally, and I'm sure we can all relate. As we do this, like, it's important to remember, like, you are your own energy, and our job is to protect our energy. Our job is to maintain the fullness of our energy, and our job is to feel alive within ourselves. And as much as we can watch the external chaos, we can't become it. We don't need to become the chaos that's around us. It's very easy to get involved into, we're going to talk about time investment and energy and where our energy is actually going, but I want you to be thinking about, where is my energy? Where is my heart? Now, you're going to make a commitment to yourself right now, because we're in this. We're doing it. We're committing to ourselves. If you are committing to yourself, what this means is that you're turning off your phone. Turn it off. Put it on silent. Disable notifications. If you're watching this on a desktop, exit out of everything else you have going on. This is your time. Part of reclaiming your power is reclaiming your focus. Because when we can control our focus, then we control our power. So take a minute. If you have children you're trying to get to bed, if you have somebody in your living space, your job is to set a verbal, hey, I'm doing this for the next hour. Just give me till 8:30. Nicole will be done by then, and all will be well in the world. You can't possibly need me for the next 45 minutes. So take a moment, commit to yourself by turning everything else off. We're reworking your focus, and we're putting it in a positive place. Okay, so like I said, I am first name, effing last name. You were made for an amazing life. You were made to have all the love, all the fun, all the joy in your life. You were made to live fully in energy that suits you. And any reason that you're not is an external pull, which we're going to pull right back to ourselves. We are going to redesign our energy, redesign our lives through our energy systems and through our mindset. So I want you to just say out loud or write it down. This is a fun little affirmation that Amanda Francis says. So I'm totally stealing this from her, but I'm quoting. I am the catch. I am the prize. I am the whole damn vibe. So I just want you to write that down. Say it out loud. I am the catch. I am the prize. I am the whole damn vibe. I am the catch. I am the prize. I am the whole damn vibe. I was made for an amazing life. I was made to have all the things that I want. Any story that you're telling yourself outside of that isn't true, or doesn't have to be true. But the thing is when we begin to tell ourselves stories, we make it true by beginning to create neural pathways that look for what you're telling it. So when we're creating neural pathways that look for what you're telling it, when you say, I don't have enough, this sucks, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I can't do anymore. When you're using this language, and we're going to go deep dive into language and the importance of words and language and power words in the comeback course, but if you're thinking of language, what language are you using daily to describe yourself, your mood, or your life? Because what that's doing, again, is if I say I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired over and over again, what am I going to see? What am I going to feel? What things or my brain going to tell my body? It has to do what you tell it. It's just a machine. It has to do what you tell it. So if you say, I'm tired, I'm not good enough, I don't want to be seen, I don't want to be heard, I don't think my opinion is valuable, whatever that is, I want you to be thinking about what is it that I'm telling myself daily, and what am I seeing because of it? Because it is a command. And I want you to think about it as like if your brain is a genie, right? So if your brain is a little genie and it is saying to your rest of your body, it's saying, okay, respond. She says she's tired. We have to find reasons to be tired. We have to find examples, ways that her body can be tired. So now, if I grant the wish is that I'm tired. Now, how different is it to say that I'm the whole damn vibe? That feels, I don't know about you, but I love that affirmation. That makes me feel so good to say that. I love to say I was made for an amazing life. Because the thing is that, again, when we're telling ourselves a story over and over again, we're creating a neural pathway, and the neural pathway demands that we look for that evidence in the external environment or in our internal memories. That is how the brain works. The brain works in a way where it has to respond to what we're telling it. So I want you to think very carefully. And I want you to write down maybe some of like the top 3 thoughts that you have daily, okay? What are things that you say to yourself daily, or you notice daily, or you feel daily? Maybe it's an issue outside of yourself. Maybe it's, I feel so tired, or I'm so overwhelmed, or I can't believe this shit's happening again. So I just want you to write down 3 things that you're saying daily that may not be helping you. Or maybe you are. Maybe you're really good at affirmations and you're like, no, I got this. I'm good. But I think even for somebody like me, I do this work daily. Y'all know I'm like really serious about my self-care. There are days where I'm like, this is bullshit. I don't even know I'm awake today. Today is not a good day. And it is totally fine to not have a good day, but we're not making it a bad week. So this is your power. This is your reclaiming power. Now, what are 3 things you would like to believe about yourself? What are 3 affirmations? I love affirmations. I live for affirmations. I will be putting together some meditations that are affirmation based for the course, just a heads up for anybody who's interested in that. But I love the affirmation I've been using a lot lately is I'm divinely supported by the universe. The universe supports everything I do. I'm highly irresistible to my greatest good. I'm highly irresistible to everything that's meant for me. And that's a really good one, because if we can say I'm highly irresistible to the things that are meant for me, then what we do is we hand our power over to the universe. Because if we can acknowledge that it's only what's meant for me, then we know that anything that's falling apart in our lives, anything that's not working out, anything that isn't feeling great for us is part of the things that aren't meant for us. Intentions are important, because when you start to set intentions, you start to be able to accept that the things that aren't working out, or the things that are falling apart, or the things in your external environment are actually shaping to what you're believing. Does that make sense? So your job is to design your life through what you're thinking, because again, it's my wish is my command. What is it that you want to see? Do you want to see how tired you are? I use I'm energized all the time, especially when I feel like I woke up like tired. I'm energized. My brain doesn't know the difference between a lie and a reality. So when we start to tell it things that we want it to believe, it's like, okay, well, let me find examples of that. Let me see where I can, like fire some things to make you feel more energized. When we start to tell ourselves stories, whatever they are, whether they're good or bad, we're going to believe them. So when we're finding stories that aren't empowering, what are we doing? Whatever they are, our brain's got to find reason for them. So our job is to start recreating stories. So write down 3 affirmations. Maybe it's I'm a whole damn vibe. That feels good to say, right? That's fun. Maybe it's I'm the prize. I'm worthy of love and belonging. I'm important in my life. I play a huge role. People love to listen to me. Whatever that is for you, whatever that phrase that makes you feel instantly powerful, because I'll tell you what, Marianne Williamson talks about divine truth. And will that remove wrinkles? I think that's called Botox, but maybe. I don't know. Will that remove wrinkles? I mean, I feel like you can actually. David Sinclair, Christy. David Sinclair did a podcast episode with Ed Millett, and he talks about reverse aging, and he talks about the power of the cells to actually change through thought. And I'm actually reading a wonderful book called Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza that does the same thing. It talks about how our cells actually regenerate to match our thoughts and to match the messages of our thoughts. So if you think this is just woo-woo shit, it's not. This is biological neuroscience proven stuff that we're talking about. So it's not, just woo-woo stuff. But as I was saying, like Marianne Williamson talks about divine truth, and what she talks about that is really important, because you have to understand, and maybe some of you don't know this about me, but I grew up an atheist. I grew up somebody who just didn't believe in God. I had no experience with religion. I had no experience with the universe. It literally took the universe springing itself in my face and me not being able to deny that for me to say, oh, okay, there's got to be something else. There's got to be something out there. And then I did a lot of digging within myself to find what I believed that was. And so I would say, if you're in somewhere in the middle of like, I don't know what I believe in, I will say to you, where's that moment in your life where you're like, that's unexplainable? Where's that moment in your life where you get quiet and you suddenly just know something's different? I'm not telling you what to believe in. I would never do that, but I would tell you that I didn't believe in anything, and now you would never be able to convince me that the universe didn't exist. Why? Because I have so much evidence in my life of it that I can't personally, I could never deny that. I have no explanation for half the things that I know about people. I have no explanation for half the things that have happened to me. So what I'll say is the divine truth, the things that we tell ourselves that are actually true, feel different. That's why when I say I'm a whole damn vibe, it feels good. That's why when I say I'm divinely supported by the universe, it feels good. All we're trying to do with reclaiming our personal power is decide what story we want. Because you're telling yourself a story either way. So why not make it a good one? Why not make it a fun one? Why not make it a one where all your relationships feel supportive? Why not make it one where you feel good enough for the things that you're doing? Why go the opposite way? So again, divine truth isn't necessarily even about believing in a certain thing. It's about a recognition within yourself is that you're a soul. And you can believe whatever you want about that. I'm never here to force anybody into anything. But you can believe that you have a power within you, and this is my belief, you have a power within you that creates worlds. So why the hell can't you have the life that you want? Why can't things look better? And part of that is choosing to not become your external circumstances. Choosing to not get involved in things you can't control. Choosing to say, nope, I'm coming back here. This is important to me. I'm important to me. And actually, I would just love y'all to just put your hand over your heart and just I don't know, even to close your eyes. And I just want you to hold compassion, just the feeling of compassion for everything you've been through this year. Because whether it's been an okay year or not, there are growing pains, there are differences, there are adaptations, things we've had to adjust to. So I just want you to put your hand over your heart and just close your eyes. When the external world is pulling all of our energy, we have to go back within. That is our power. Our power is in our mind, yes. Our power is in our knowing of the truth and that the universe has our back, even if we don't see it. But our power is also in coming back to the internal energy, because at the end of the day, you are not going to control much of anything. You're not going to control anything by arguing on the internet. Sorry. You're not going to control anything by trying to get your viewpoint across to somebody who doesn't want to listen. But you don't need to become that chaos. You don't need to become that stress. You can always come back to your heart, to your light, and to the things that mean the most to you. When your focus is in the present moment, whether that's just taking a deep breath in and letting it go. You can literally follow the air down through your lungs and back out. People get all hyped up about meditation, but it's actually quite easy. And it's actually just basically the idea of bringing your energy into the present moment. So any moment that you're actually, I always say people who are busy and don't like, really could never imagine themselves meditating. I'm like, I bet you meditate when you're cleaning, or I bet you meditate when you cook, or I bet you meditate when you're on a bike ride or a run. Because the minute you're in a present moment, you're in control of your emotional state. You have more access to joy because chances are all the chaos that's going around you in this moment, like, are you okay? Probably, right? I have things going on in my life, but in this moment, I'm in my little studio that I just redecorated. Isn't this a cool picture? But I'm in the studio that I just redecorated. I'm in a space that makes me feel good. I'm wearing this shirt. It's like $12 at Target, but I love this shirt. But I am in a place that feels good to me because I've chosen that. And don't underestimate how you dress and how you look as an important factor in your power. I'm not saying go like balls to the wall with how you're dressing, but I'll tell you that when quarantine first hit, I was like sweats, pants, no makeup, maybe a shower for me. And after a while, I was like, wow, I just really feel bad about myself. And the thing is that our external environment, whether it's our space or our appearance, does matter when it comes to feeling like ourselves or feeling good about ourselves. So don't underestimate like throwing on a little lipstick. Don't underestimate finding a shirt that you absolutely adore. Don't underestimate getting that, artwork that you had to have, whatever that is. Like, don't underestimate the things that make you feel good because they're going to make you feel powerful. Okay, so Logan asked, you said we can't control the things around us. Is manifestation control or something else? Manifestation isn't control because we don't hold tight to the outcome. So if the outcome doesn't happen, it's cool. We know it's not time. We know that the universe has other things in store. Control is trying to think obsessively about something in order to try to fix it or to try to tell and impress our opinions on other people and hope that they're doing what we want them to do, right? So control is hoping in dedicating yourself to a set outcome. So when we hope and dedicate ourselves to a set outcome, then we're kind of in this place where if it doesn't happen, then we're not okay. Manifestation is a couple things. I'm going to dive so deep into this in the course, so I'm going to try to like cover as much as I can tonight, but I do want to get to energy. It's really important with manifestation that you set the intention. What do you want? What do you want to feel? I'm the whole damn vibe. Okay, cool. Like, let's say that. Let's write that down. If anybody has ever worked with me, you know that I am huge on writing out your manifestations. How do you want your day to go? How do you want that conversation to go? How do you want that thing with your boss to go that you have this afternoon? You can set the intention. You can envision it. You can feel it in your cells before it happens. You can see it happening before it happens. You can put your energy into it. Now, the things that you can't do is figure out how that would happen. Sorry. Our brain will try, but what your job is to say is, nope, I'm going to set that aside. I trust that the universe knows a better way than I do. I also know that the universe sees the blue map, the blueprint of how things have to happen or how things are going to happen, and I can only see the possibility in front of me. So manifestation is also acknowledging that there's so many possibilities and that something has got to give. I don't have to figure out what the next step is. Control is figuring out what the next step is and forcing yourself or other people to follow along with it. So your job with manifestation is to set the intention for yourself. Don't figure out the how. Don't figure out the why. But take inspired action. Like I said, I felt called to do this course on repeat. I ignored it for 2 months. Sorry, I did. I wasn't ready. I had some things that I was working on outside of that. I felt overwhelmed. I needed to find a space that felt calm within me. I needed to find my power before I could show you yours. So sometimes it is inspired action that you have to do something, but you'll know because you won't be able to not do it. That's how you know it's intuitive. That's how you know it's inspired action, is that you set that intention and now you're like, I gotta call Susie. Follow through with the intuitive call, whatever that is. But manifestation is about getting really clear on what you want. How do you want to see your world? What kind of relationships do you want to have? How do you want to feel in those relationships? And if nothing else, it is so important. If you don't manifest anything else, people are always like, yeah, I'm going to manifest $1 million. Yeah, I'm going to manifest my soulmate. F that. What about you? What feeling are you actually trying to get to when you're trying to manifest $1 million? What feeling are you trying to get to when you're trying to manifest your soulmate? Manifest that feeling within yourself. I will tell you that half my manifestation is me. I'm calm. I'm centered. I'm fulfilled in my life. I'm confident. I feel supported by the universe. I feel magnetic. I feel inspired. I feel motivated. All of those things. Or I'll say something along the lines of, I choose now to receive the good. I choose now to receive the fun. I choose now to receive the invites and possibility into my life for things that I didn't even know were there. Whatever those things are, choosing and manifesting is so fun if you can let go of it. So I want to get a little bit more into manifestation. But first I want to talk about, what do I want to talk about first? Okay, we're gonna do it. This is my tough love speech. I hope you guys are ready for it. I want you guys to take responsibility for where you're at in your life. Things may have happened this year that were so out of your control, but I want you to take responsibility now for wherever you're at now. Jen Sincero always says, and I wrote this in Rock Your Soul, she says, it's not your fault if you're fucked up. It's your fault if you stay fucked up. This reclaiming your power is about saying, okay, I'm doing things in my life that aren't working. I'm feeling the same way every day. That's, guess what? Not working. I am not thrilled with the way things are going. What do I need to do differently? Where do I need to change? Where is my focus and investment and energy? Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of places your focus could be right now. It could be in fear. There's a lot of fear going around. I've been talking about with every session I've had, I've been talking to my empaths about, are you picking up the collective vibe? Are you picking up the collective fear? Or are you protecting yourself? Because reclaiming your power, all this work that we're talking about today, reclaiming yourself is going to change everything. Because then you can look at that and say, okay, that's happening, but I'm not becoming it. So your job is to look at your life and say, where could I feel better? What do I want it to look like? Manifestation and taking responsibility are sort of one and the same, because it's really just saying, okay, I could do better. Not thrilled with the way I handled that. Not thrilled with the way I handled that. I forgive myself. That's not a good expression of me. What do I want to do differently? Well, I want to handle that with grace. I want to handle that with calm. I want to handle that with understanding. So the biggest part of this is focus, manifesting, but also taking responsibility for where you're fucking up. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean it and I don't want you to play the victim. This is your damn life. And I've been thinking so much about how fragile life is and how quickly things change. And you need to make the most of this. You have to. So what are you going to do different in your life? Where's your focus been? Has your focus been on the news? Shut it off. Has your focus been in your phone? That was something that I kind of reclaimed back in June, because I was getting all caught up in the news and all caught up in some things that were happening and all caught up in defending myself when I didn't need to. Are you doing that? So your job is to say, where do I want my energy? I put my phone in the drawer for half the day and I've been so much more creative since. I've limited my time on social media and I've been so much more myself since. What do you need to disconnect from in your life that is taking your power away? Write it down. I'm done with whatever that is. Monitor. Where are you putting your energy? Because I'll tell you what, the things that you're putting your energy into need to come back to you. And if they're not coming back to you, then they're sucking it out of you. So if you're reading and you love what you're reading, it's coming back to you. If you're creating or making music or writing or hanging out with a friend and it's coming back to you, that is the right thing. And you can pay attention to this by how you feel before and after. Do you feel better? Do you feel relieved? Are these people who you're surrounding with the right people? I don't know. Like I said, this is my tough love segment. This is the area where I remind you that there are better things for you to invest your energy and your time in. So what are they? What would you rather be doing with your life? What would you rather be doing with your time and energy? What would be fun for you? Because it's probably not the news and it's probably not social media, because I know about, like, for me personally, that stuff just makes me feel drained. I actually feel drained if I go to a restaurant and there's news on. Like, it makes me anxious. Do I need to be anxious in a restaurant when everything around me is fine? Is it ruining my time? Think about, write it down. I'm not letting that control my life anymore. I'm not letting that impact my mood. I'm choosing differently for myself. This also goes with the people in your life who are draining. We are going to deep dive into a couple of things in the comeback course that I was talking about earlier. It's a 6-week course that I'm going to be putting out in a couple of weeks. But the comeback course, we're going to talk a lot about boundary setting and a lot about shrinking your past. So things that have just kind of clung onto you that you're still carrying, we're going to talk about how to resize it, put it away, and focus on your future. But boundaries, setting boundaries with yourself, whether that's the news, whether it's social media, but also, like, are you taking a lot of texts and phone calls of people who are complaining every day? Are you taking a lot of texts and phone calls from people who are draining you or bringing drama into your life when you were good on your own? It might be wise to think about, how do I feel before and after this person? Because as an empath, when people think of you, they kind of pull your energy. So when we're setting boundaries and saying, okay, I'm putting my phone away, or I don't have space for that right now, I love you, I'm thinking about you, I'll respond when I can. That's a great response for somebody who is constantly in a bad space or constantly messaging you about things that are just really heavy. If you don't have space for it, it's okay. So I want you to be thinking about, how do I put this off to the side? How do I make myself important? Because you're fucking important. You matter. Your energy matters. What you bring to the world is different when you're drained versus when you're full. And if you don't fill up, no one's going to do that for you. This is not first grade where they hire on a bunch of aides to help pull you out of class and make sure you're doing the things. You have to do the things. You have to. So your job is to do the things, and your job is to watch who you're letting in your life. And your job is to find the things that make you feel like you. And part of that, I do believe, personally, is detaching from the things that don't. Whatever they are, whoever they are, whatever they were. So I just want you to be thinking so hard about your investment, your boundaries. Kind no's. I think it's like, I don't know if this is true across all empaths, but I know for a really long time I was a people pleaser. And so I just didn't want anybody to be mad at me, like, ever. So I would just always say yes. And I was tired and I was burnt out, and I would always say yes. So it took me a long time to be like, oh, like, I would love to. I'm unfortunately really busy this weekend, but, like, let's set up a different time to get together when I'm feeling more full. And that's okay. And you can do that. I've been working a lot with this for myself, prioritizing my energy, not putting in extra energy towards people who constantly drain me. Yes, it is not that we can't love people who are in a bad space. It's just making sure you're full before you deal with them so you don't take on their stuff. Because as empaths, we do take on their stuff, right? So speaking of, I do want to dive into energy. So your energy is in your personal space. And if I say to you, where in your energy field does it feel heavy? Where does it, and I would love for you to comment this. So let me know, like, where does your energy feel heavy? Where do you carry your energy? I always carry mine. This area in me, that is where mine hangs out. And if we have energy here, it messes with my throat. It messes with my heart. So if I'm not diligent about keeping my energy clear, then I feel heavy. When I feel heavy, now it's funny because I've had a lot of clients over the past few months, and one of the big messages that I've gotten universally is that the collective energy, first of all, is like draining us. So when we're waking up in the morning, we're actually kind of waking up at a deficit of energy because we're marinating in the collective energy, which is fear. So when we're marinating in the collective energy of fear, it lowers our vibration before we even wake up. So if you're not doing energy protection before you go to bed or an Epsom salt before you go to bed, you are basically marinating in a lower vibration than what you're used to. Shoulders and neck is like where it's at. We all just need a big group massage, like just work out those kinks. Who's the massage therapist in here? So where does the energy sit on your body? Where do you feel that energy the most? The other message that I've been getting a lot for clients is that when we're in an energetic low vibration, it traps our thoughts. So if you've been in a space where you feel like things just either feel confusing, like you just feel like you can't nail down anything, or you're in a really darker space or a very anxious space and like you can't even put your finger on it, and you're trying to work out of it, but like you can't even focus to do that, this is where you can go into a space where you clear your energy first. So if you're like, I have tried everything, like my head is just spinning, I can't feel better, like something's really stuck here, clear your energy first. Energy comes first because it traps. And again, what I mean by traps is it locks in repetitive thinking. So you can do a couple things, clear your energy. And again, my whole first class for the 6-week comeback course is on energy clearing. I have created a weekly meditation to help with each different thing. So energy clearing, cord cutting, manifesting, energy balancing, future envisioning, all sorts of cool stuff. But energy needs to be cleared first. So you can take an Epsom salt bath, soak it at night. Somebody told me that they put I think it was Holly Hughes on my last podcast, but she scrubs it on her in the shower. I've never done that, but that also, I mean, any kind of salt is clearing, jumping in the ocean. I don't know if it's too cold for that now, but any kind of Epsom salt. Going for a walk, any movement, any exercise clears stuck energy. So if you're holding a lot, you're going to want to stretch. You're going to want to shake it out. I used to have this class called Rock Your Soul when I was writing Rock Your Soul, and I would make everybody dance to shake it off at the beginning of every class, because when you literally shake out the energy, or you literally dust off the energy, you can feel it move. Energy is not stagnant. It doesn't have to be. So when we move, when we dust it off, when we shake, shimmy, whatever you do to move, whatever kind of workout you do, yoga, whatever, it's going to clear it. So Epsom salt bath, clearing, sage Palo Santo. I love White Angelica by Young Living. It is my favorite thing if I'm feeling overwhelmed or if I'm going into a crowd. I'll put that on me. Nature definitely is a clearing, and grounding. A lot of times we become the external when we're not grounded within our own power and with our own self. So I'm encouraging you to find things that ground you. I love to envision, put your feet flat on the floor. Let's do this together really quick. Flat on the floor. If you're laying down, sit your ass up. So I want you to just breathe up, take a deep breath, but I want you to envision your feet are straws and you're pulling the energy from the ground up through. So take a moment and just breathe up through your legs, through your feet, as though they were straws, just pulling that grounded energy. And we're just going to kind of envision your body sinking into itself. So take a deep breath up through the bottoms of your feet. One more deep breath. Our soul body aligns with our physical body. And when it's grounded, it's in perfect alignment. When it's not grounded, it's like your soul body goes up. And then you can't remember anything. You feel really flighty. You can't remember what you were going to say. And when we ground back down, it merges with the brain so you can think straight. So if you feel really anxious, if you feel really floaty, if you feel unfocused, if you feel like you've got some sort of 20/20 ADHD, deep breaths. Grounding is the key for, Jennifer just said, grounding is the key for me in exhaling the toxins, which we're going to do next. You're so on top of it. You can tell, you can tell my people, right? They know me, but grounding is a key for a lot of people. So energy clearing, Epsom salt bath, Palo Santo, which is a little wooden stick. I don't think I have one in here, but crystals are a good one. Taking a deep breath up through your feet, grounding your energy. But what we're gonna do is we're going to call your energy back. So a lot of times when we're really hyped up, when we've had a busy time, a busy year, our energy actually gets scattered and stuck in different places, but we can call it back, which will make us feel more energized, more alive, and more powerful. So we're gonna do this. I would love for you guys to stick around because I'm so freaking ecstatic about the course that I created. And we're going to, like I said, go really deep into all these different topics. So I'm excited and I want to share that with you. And I'll walk you through, again, it's a 6-week course. In the 6 weeks, go through everything. It's really based for momentum because positivity needs momentum. And when you meet with people with the intention of having a positive interaction, with going deep, we're going to raise the vibration and basically get you into the new year with some really good energy. So I'm freaking ecstatic for it. And like I said, this is literally the most divinely inspired thing I've done. So I'll share a little bit more about that after this. Again, positive momentum, accountability, just reclaiming your power in every freaking facet, plus just live support and help and just a good vibe. So get comfortable. We're going to call your power back. So I want you to get comfortable. I want you to take a deep breath. We're going to bring your energy back to yourself. You can close your eyes and just breathe in slow. We're just going to slow everything down. I just want you to follow the air in through your nose, down through your lungs. And we're going to release whatever the hell kind of day you've had, whatever kind of weekend you had, whatever stress has come up into your life. As we exhale, we're just going to watch it leave our body. And as thoughts enter, that's fine. Our brain's a machine. We just say, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm breathing. And we bring it back. Again, you regaining your power is about you shifting your focus. So bring it back. Take a deep breath in. And back out. And as you breathe out, as we exhale all these stressors, all these things that just are no longer needed, any patterns of behavior, any patterns of thought that just aren't serving us anymore, I want you to give it a color. Anything that's not yours, that's not your power, that's not your personal energy needs to go. So I want you to give it a color. A lot of people choose a darker gray, black, whatever color. Just as you exhale, just watch it leave. And you can even take and pay attention to the areas where you hold that stress or energy in your neck or shoulders or chest or belly or hips. And you can just pull that energy right up and out. Watch it leave. And notice how much lighter you feel. And just feel your body settling and releasing. Letting it all go. And we're also going to give your inhale a color. And I want you to think of whatever your personal color would be, whatever color makes you feel vibrant and happy and alive. And I want you to just envision as you breathe in, filling your body with that color. Exhaling anything that's not you, breathing in anything that's you. And just feeling how good that love, that genuine, pure love, that genuine, pure power and just notice how good that feels, how light that feels. To just remember who you are, that you are an extension of the universe. You are interconnected with everything on this planet, including the power that creates worlds. And just take a moment to breathe in whatever your color would be, whatever feels good to you, and release the rest. And as your body fills up with your natural energy, with your natural soul color energy, I want you to notice how good it feels, how light it feels. You can almost feel your cells buzzing as they elevate to meet your full potential. You can feel yourself rising up, stepping into the greatness you know you were meant for. And you'll just notice that it's easier than it's ever been, easier than ever before for you to become whoever you decide to be. Take one last deep breath in, pulling that positive, soulful energy, and just whatever's left, I just want you to exhale. Just let it all go. Big, deep exhale. And I want you to now just envision that color. Anything from the past, the present, or the future, any person, any place, anything that could have had your attention or had your energy investment. And I want you to call that energy, your energy, back to you. Wherever it is, it might be on your phone, it could be in your computer, it could be in a past relationship. And I just want you to feel all the energy just merging back into you, filling up your heart, filling up your soul, almost like bursting out of you, just pulling everything you've ever left behind back to you. So take a moment and just envision that merging. And just breathe deep, pulling it back in, feeling your cells elevate you to the next level of your life, feeling your personal power in the center of your chest reviving, reactivating, reminding you who the hell you are, what you came for, what you choose for your life and your investment. You were made for an amazing life. You are the catch. You are the prize. You are the whole damn vibe. It's time to reclaim yourself. It's time to choose where your energy goes. It's time to take your damn power back. The universe unconditionally supports you. The universe always has your back. You are divinely irresistible to your greatest good. And I want you to continue to feel that energy just pulsate through you. And when you're ready, you can take a deep breath and expand that energy out and around you. I want you to feel your power. I want you to feel what it feels like when you're fully yourself, when you have all the energy that you expended everywhere else but you. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths, fueling that, pumping that through you, making it big. And we're just going to set the intention that through the rest of this week, through the rest of this month, through the rest of this year, that you stand in your power, that you speak your truth, that you connect with the right people in the right places in the right time and open your heart and your eyes to possibility. We're setting the intention that you feel confident and centered and grounded in exactly who you are, and you are not afraid to speak your truth. We're setting the intention to always feel energetically clear and balanced and supported by the universe. You are the catch. You are the prize. You are the whole damn vibe. Take one last deep breath in. And when you're ready, you can come back and wiggle your fingers and toes. Now imagine pairing that energy work with the mindset work. When you're light, you're open, and you're free, and you're fully yourself, it's a game changer for how you manifest and how you think about the world. I have an energy center one that I've been working on. Again, that will be in this course that I'm working on, and I'm like, it is my favorite thing to do ever. So April, those affirmations, like I said, some of them are from Amanda Francis. If you missed my disclaimer that I am the catch, I am the prize, I am the whole damn vibe, that is gold. That is one of my new favorite. And the first time I heard it, I was like, I would never say that. And now I'm like, I'm the whole damn vibe. Yeah, alive in the whole damn vibe. Yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny. Find the words, the things that make you feel powerful. This is your power. This is what it feels like. And I'm curious, like, are you standing up straight? Are you sitting up straighter? Because our posture, like I said, our physical matters. Our posture, the way we're looking, our eyes, our smile, all of the things contribute to the way we feel. So even little things like posture, when you're sitting up straight, you're more empowered. Like, they call it a power pose to put your hands on your hips. Why? Because it sends a message to your brain. So definitely think about all of those things. I love you guys. Thank you for being so supportive of me. I just feel so lucky all the time to do this work. This is like my favorite thing in the world, and I love talking about this. Like I said, I am so fucking excited for this course. When you invest in something for yourself, you commit to it more. 90% of the people who do the free stuff don't follow through with the things that I teach them because there's no mental investment. So the investment is important. So I want to walk you through the week by week of what I have planned, just to see if this makes sense for you guys. Week 1 is empath. We are going deep into understanding, protecting, and clearing energy, as well as a deeper understanding of just your views on the universe and how you can connect to the universe. Week 2, taking on responsibility for your life, meaning monitoring and recognizing your excuses, resetting your goals and really actually getting clear on what they are, creating a self-care plan, creating a routine, and really learning how to actively and intentionally zoom back in on yourself. Week 3, we're going to focus on the power of language, utilizing specific language to help you trigger different parts of your brain to make it more active. Learning how to reframe and understand the importance of your perception and how to shift it. But we're also going to create new perceptions for a happier, healthier life. Week 4, we'll focus on external relationships. Y'all are dying for that, I'm sure. Creating and setting boundaries, finding your voice to speak your truth in your relationships, limiting your investment in some of them, and manifesting and maintaining healthy dynamics. Week 5, this week we'll focus on shrinking in the past, working on forgiveness, compassion, and releasing power and control. As well as releasing control of the future. So that one's going to be a week. We're going to have some clearing, some healing that week. So again, this is for people who really want to do the work, sick of themselves, sick of the way things are happening. In week 6, we'll focus on designing yourself, designing how you want to view yourself, designing your perception, envisioning who you want to be, and the importance of meditation when you manifest, and the importance of frequency when you manifest. So there will also be a bonus in-depth manifestation. So I will actually walk you through my entire manifestation process in a video that you can rewatch over and over again to basically amplify. If you feel the energy now, that's what it will be. Is my energy translates really well through video. Jen asked if there will be homework or activities outside of the meeting. Yes, I will give you a little workbook every week. And a meditation for the week. So the meditation will correspond with the theme of the week. So like I said, we've got external relationships. We'll be doing a lot of cord cutting. We've got manifestation. We'll be doing a lot of envisioning for the future. We've got energy clearing. We'll do a whole week of energy clearing. So these will be specifically for the week. So I would recommend, and I'll give you my recommendations as I release them, but at least before bed. They'll be quick. They're not gonna, I have kids, I have a life, and I know you guys do too. So you can really go as deep into this as you want. I will give you the tools to go deep. I will give you the tools to create the energy and the momentum to create a new life for yourself. But it will be up to you how much you do. And like I said, I believe that investing in yourself is part of the work. So yeah, there will be, by the end of the course, there will be a full workbook. You'll have to go back to answer questions again if you want to look at and ask yourself those questions. I also love love bullet journaling and accountability trackers. So I'm going to encourage strongly that you use those and give those to you so that you can keep track of things and make sure that you're making progress and doing the check-ins. Again, this is about bringing the power and energy back to yourself. It's about holding yourself accountable, taking responsibility for your life, and being an active part of it. So I'm, like I said, over the freaking moon about this course because it feels so divinely inspired. So yeah, it will have all of the things. I'm going to post a link below. And again, I have all of the facets right now built for you to holistically, mind, body, and spirit, make one hell of a year. And like I said, I know this because I've done this work myself this year, and this works. So I'm literally just sharing with you the things that I know absolutely work if you do it. And again, it's about you. It's about you deciding that you're ready, and that you're ready to invest in yourself, and that you're ready to do the work. So again, there will be as much or as little as you want. And this was so much fun, and I really can't thank you enough. I hope you guys feel more powerful. I hope you feel more present in your life. I hope you're taking your power back by just thinking about the things that we're talking about. And I really hope you join the comeback course.